Welcome to the podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint with your host Lolita Guarin. And today's episode 73. Well, like I promised in the previous episode, I am starting a new batch of things that what can we do differently that we probably stressing ourselves out without even knowing. Well, because it's just we got used to the same thing. So how can we change that? So the first one that I want to talk about is about responsibility and accepting responsibility. Now, if you like immediately thinking, I don't really want to listen to this anymore, just makes no sense. Hang in there. It's not that bad. Ask yourself, how many times did you catch yourself thinking that the situation that you're in is not up to you? Hmm? And to be honest, deciding and evaluating can you control situation or not is the first step of the calm process is really to identifying it. What can you do? But that is already taking responsibility for what action you're going to take. Having no responsibility or taking that responsibility onto someone else can be very stressful, but at the same time, could be very relaxing experience because it's so easy just to throw your hands in the air and say, I cannot do this. And you know how many times I heard my clients telling me that, I tell them, how about you walk around the block for 15 minutes after your dinner time? And you know what I hear? Oh no, I have to take care of something because so and so not gonna let me do it. Nobody's tying you to a chair and holding a gun that you cannot really move from that chair, okay? Or you're being literally tied to that chair. There's so many times that we tell ourselves or other people that totally are excuses that, oh, it's out of my control. Basically, what you're doing, you are removing the responsibility. So it's time to bring that responsibility back. And then get it. I think it's so much of us just come with those learned patterns from the childhood that when we have parents that don't even allow us to be ourselves, don't give us enough space to make our own decisions and then learn from those decisions, when we out of survival want to please others, we will grow into those adults that cannot even make a decision, cannot really make a responsibility. And it could be very, very difficult and a new thing and super scary. So if you are in any situation and you don't think you can control situation, meaning you're not taking responsibility for something, it is very, very scary because we want to know that we're in control. Like I said before, it could be very easy for you to say, this is not for me. But this is not really the real deal, the real reason why you are not doing something. So for example, the same example that I just said, somebody's been advised to go for a walk after dinner time. And they say, no, my spouse won't let me because they will complain that I need to do dishes. So it sounds like, they took that responsibility away from themselves. But that situation serves them somehow. It does, because we always do everything that serves us. It could be that that person don't want to go for a walk. Why? Because, well, they just kind of don't feel like it. They're feeling lazy, or they want to keep the same body image because it serves them to keep them safe. So if I will tell them directly and say, so you mean you like to be um, a little heavy and complain, but that's really serving you, right? You're the one who's choosing to be that way. That's kind of harsh, isn't it? So people will find different solutions of not solutions, but excuses, and then take that responsibility away from themselves. So when you're in the situation, when you're stressing out, you really need to ask yourself, is that serving me? How is this serving me? Because if you taking away responsibility from yourself, this definitely somehow is better for you. Maybe you don't want to deal with something. Maybe you feel lazy. Maybe you don't even have faith in yourself that you can deliver. There's always a reason why. So get that responsibility back. Know that you can do it. Ask yourself why you don't want to have responsibility. And also look at your patterns and think, oh yeah, I kind of have difficulty of accepting a responsibility. So what is the next step? When you figure out what is the real deal, introduce more responsibility for yourself and follow through so you can build that trust in yourself. Have some new task that is going to be only your responsibility and just do it. But also really ask yourself in any situation, who is really in control of that situation? Who's control of my emotions in this moment? Who am I giving my power away? And why did I learn that? Is that something coming from your childhood? Because when you were 5 years old, probably it served you very well because you had to please your parents, otherwise you're gonna die. But now you're an adult, but you keep on continuing doing the same thing. So observe yourself. Look, what are your patterns? Are you giving your power away? Or you easily just do whatever feels right for you, like easy and it's serving you. But then you say, like, oh, it's not up to me. Write a diary. Observe those patterns. Because when you observe yourself, then you know what you can change it. And that is, my friend, taking responsibility for your actions and taking the control. And then when you have a control, then you'll be less stressed because then you know how to handle things. Then you have more trust with yourself. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please leave me a comment and tell me how good you are with taking responsibility. Or you think that sometimes you take that control away and just kind of have those excuses of thinking, well, that's not up to me. Somebody will not let me. Because really, even your attitude towards something and how you're going to react, that's really up to you. Nobody can come inside your head and change how you feel about something. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click subscribe. And maybe even click on the bell so you can be notified when I'm releasing a new video, which is actually every single day. So please go and check out other videos. And if you want a one-on-one consultation, welcome to my website on beamazingyou.com and book a session. And I talk to you next day.